And we're live. Wee! Hello.
Hello.
So this is a new thing that we're trying to do. I'm calling it the Anything Podcast or all not podcast. The Anything Tier List or all tier list. I don't know. Because in the end, we really don't have a specific category. We're just doing tier lists out of tier lists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be joined by Mackie. I'm going to be joined by MJ.
Hello.
I'm just saying the subscribe button does look quite nice because I'm close to 100 and that is the goal of mine. If you like it, stick around. If you have your own opinion towards it, you can let us know in our Discord. It's in the
Link in
description.
description.
Yep. We have our own little community. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's just kind of jump straight to it. I forgot what tab it's on.
Nice.
I might click the wrong one. I don't know.
Also, a quick thing, because Blake, you did mention if we should rename it. I feel because the top tier is named top tier abuse it. I think we can get
Whoops.
rid of the abuse it part.
Whoops. I'm flipping through all the wrong. Okay, I found it. I went to like 3 different sources. They were all the wrong ones.
I feel like it should just be top tier.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then the bottom, am I a joke to you? I'd rather keep that.
I'd rather keep that too.
Okay.
Alright.
So we're gonna edit it. At the end we're gonna post our full tier list of everyone's final decision in our Discord. As for now, we're gonna kind of try and keep it hidden from one another, but you'll get a good estimate on where we're kind of putting it, either higher or lower based on how we describe it. This is going to be, if you can tell from the title, this one's from Balloons TD Battle 6. For whatever reason, it didn't have the Gatling Gunner, so we'll just mention that at the end. I think we're good. I think I covered everything.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will be able to read chat, so if you do have a live opinion, feel free to bring it up. I will have it open on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anyways, you guys want to start?
Yeah.
Yes.
So first one up is.
Did you organize it by?
I think so. I think the first one should be the Dart Monkey, right? That's just.
Yeah. Now, Dart Monkey, he's pretty mid.
Oh, actually, how are we doing this? Aside from like, is it pure skill or just our like, we like them, we don't like them, everything, blah blah blah.
I guess I would say utility wise, how good are they to help you with the different balloons, such as lead,
Camo.
Okay.
camo.
So their design has nothing to do with it.
I would say keep it to a minimum, but I would say maybe include design.
All right, cool.
I think I'm going through my own little subcategories because I think utility based on how they are against every balloon class, and also just is it worth having them later in the late game, and if they're actually like eventually their tier 5s, if you get to that point, are useful enough to keep them around.
But if you do that, then we have to do that too.
Yeah, I think we can all follow that criteria, give or take, right?
Yeah. Okay. So utility wise, late game, and then design, but keep that smaller than the other two.
Okay, cool. We have the format. Hello, monkey. Just act. Is that who I think it is?
I'm not sure.
Oh my god, you don't even know him? Okay. Alright, we broken down how we're going to judge this, so.
It's still on starting soon.
Still on what? Oh, what? No, it's not. You're delayed.
Oh, I might.
Okay, so Dart Monkey.
Okay. So, he's pretty. I want to say he's mid, but like, then he has Super Monkey Club.
You sound so offended.
Yeah.
Like of all the upgrades, Super Dart Monkey Club, really?
Super
Super
Monkey
Monkey?
Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are free
He
super
has,
monkeys.
yeah, free super monkeys.
Really?
Like the crossbow is pretty helpful for camo. It's like, oh, quick camo, something, boom, and then it's like something fast. It's like having one of those for like the beginning is pretty helpful. And then if you want, I guess you can go super monkey club. But like, what are the odds you're gonna go full on, full dark monkey, and then do super club, or the club?
Okay, I thought you were saying you want like that's the main like the best thing about him. I was like, really?
I think
No, I'm saying that he's mid, but the only thing that's keeping him afloat will probably be the super monkey club, which in reality you wouldn't really use that often, especially in late game, and like the crossbow for camo.
I feel like his. Cause you mentioned the first two, but you didn't talk about the
The
catapult
middle
one.
route, the
Yeah,
catapult, which goes towards lead.
yeah. So he's pretty versatile. He covers at least two problems, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure if you get him to high enough tiers, he just shreds through the ceramics as well. But
Yeah,
the
the
spike
Juggernaut.
ball one that I do want to bring up, you throw that, and when it's I think it's tier 6, it hits something, and it breaks into 6 of them, and then they start ricocheting. And those are
It's
really
tier
good to
5.
close quarters.
Yeah, and also
tier
something
five.
to note with Juggernaut and the Ultra Juggernaut is, which are both the top head catapults, they also have extra damage towards ceramic coolants.
Yeah, so beginning to late, he gets rid of heavy hitters, difficult to pop balloons, or invisible balloons.
Mhm. I guess can I make my argument then real quick?
Yeah.
Alright. Honestly, in my opinion, both of the other tier 5s are garbage. The
Oh,
Wow.
Crossbow Master pops leads with crits, can easily take out like can easily carry you to at least like round like 70 on its own. The catapult needs walls or else it's basically useless most of the time. And like it's only good on one map, which is Cornfield. The Super Monkey Fan Club. Oh yeah, let me buy like a 5,000 like money upgrade. And then I have to place like 10 more other monkeys, which is basically the same price as one Super Monkey. At that point, you might as well buy just one Super Monkey and like upgrade that Summon who's probably does the same amount of effort and is constantly can get buffed by other things. Is not worth the price for that.
Well,
and
that
save
Not to
space.
mention, not to mention you have to fill up your entire field as well,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
it
That's right. That's
takes up
save
so much
space.
space.
well to
Yeah,
that I'll say this: how much do you value the super monkey at? Because if you get 10 super monkeys for the value of one, the base super monkey isn't the worst thing in the world.
yeah, and not to mention it also has one. I don't think it has the longest cooldowns, but it has a decent like amount. And let's be honest, like 10 dart monkeys at like round like what is it like 45? That's when it starts failing.
Yeah, but at that
Mm.
point you can start upgrading those dart monkeys too.
Yeah, it to my opinion, it's just simply not worth it. I'd rather go with the crossbows crits because honestly, just like 3 of those can like get you at least all the way to like round 50, and they're like
Mm.
only like worth 2,000. Not to mention,
Mm-hmm.
there's also the monkey knowledge that can get you 2 crossbow masters, and that can basically carry you all the way to like the late 90s.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Not to mention, also crossbow master is at a measly price of 20,000, which obviously is expensive, but that's the price of like a tier 4 banana farm. You can easily get that, and then get 2 of them. Not to mention, you can combine it with goddamn Monkey Village top path, which they haven't buffed them anymore. Not to mention, their range is basically like 50% of the map.
Hmm. Okay, but design wise, are
Bottom
we
path is
gonna
still the
go
best.
just the base or the full pass?
Um, I would say the tier 5.
Oh, not even their
Yeah,
base, the tier fives.
or I say tier fives plus their base because every other one is a sole progression to the tier five.
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
And even then,
I think
I
it's
mean,
kind of meh.
for a basic, well, like if they're going for a basic monkey, 'cause let's be honest, every other monkey is based off of this one. There has
Well,
to be a basic.
let's be honest. Not everything even is a monkey.
The tack shooter is a monkey.
Repeat to me what you just said.
There's a monkey inside the tack shooter.
What?
You didn't know that?
Okay, what's your excuse for the cannon?
And there's not for that. That's why I didn't mention it. But there's a monkey in the tack shooter, and it's a monkey village.
It's even worse. That means you can't even see it.
No, he's in
Yeah.
there.
If we go back to the first monkey,
Like if there's like every other monkey is based off this guy. Like I think for like your basic tier one that's meant to help you through the early game, it's a good design. In my opinion. He's literally just meant to be the cheap dart monkey, nothing more, nothing less. And I think it
Yeah.
works well
he looks like a
for what
dart
they're going
monkey, and
for.
that's all you need. He does his job.
Yeah, yeah. Because like, let's be honest, they like that's why we have upgrades to add more to his design. But like for his basic design, like it works really well for what he's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tech shooter.
Okay, so now
Well,
we just rated.
well, hang on. What about the other tier sixes? Because we said we're gonna go
It's
from the
tier.
base and the other tier fives and stuff.
Uh,
Well,
oh yeah,
I'm be honest. I don't remember how they look like.
it
They're
catapult
not
is
relevant
basically like
enough. You don't remember.
top path ultra juggernaut is basically just an overcharged version of a catapult. That's
Mm-hmm.
basically it. Middle path is super super monkey, but like their whole like bottom part is actually like just red underwear, and they have the plasma lasers from their second tier on the top path.
Oh yeah, huh? The that high version, you get the plasma super monkeys, huh?
Yeah, but I think that one's like 35,000. I don't know. It's something up there. And
Mm-hmm.
then bottom path is like a black and yellow like bounty hunter looking monkey, and I'm biased towards that one because I think it looks cool.
Okay, well
Mm-hmm.
I think we're ready to place. I placed mine.
All right, I've been placed mine.
Okay.
Right.
Tech shooter.
Yes.
I enjoy tech shooter. You know, it's a good tower to place down, especially on a corner. Its flames are pretty cool. I'll be honest, I only go for flames, but I underestimated um the other paths. When we were playing on that one map, I think uh the challenge map we were doing,
The
Mm-hmm.
dark dungeon.
the dark dungeon, the tax storm, that's pretty good.
Uh,
Especially
uh,
with like Benjamin with his um tack.
you know that goes to the tack dispenser or the
That's
tack
the
or
Spike
spike
Factory.
factory. That spike factory.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Side eye. Side eye. I don't know him.
I don't know. I'm so dumb. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know
I
why.
was like,
I only go for flame tack shooter? Question mark.
No. I was thinking of it correctly, and then I just jumped back into that. I don't know why. Oh
Flame
god, that's so embarrassing.
flame tack factory. Just start shooting fire.
mhm.
Why didn't you guys stop me?
Because we didn't
Because I
realize what you were
sounded
talking
like you
about
were talking
until
about the right one for a bit, and then
yeah.
you mentioned like because it sounded like you were on the right path, and then you mentioned it went across the entire map, and I was like, we did not have a blade storm, so I'm thinking you're talking
Yeah.
about spike
Yeah.
factory.
No, but Blade Storm's pretty cool, and like, it's sort of the same thing. It does cover the whole map. I just went into the wrong tower and the same. That does
I
the same thing.
I wanna trail back a little because to me the tack shooter is very bad. Like I don't like it. And here's my reasoning to it. When you go the fire route, you are no longer allowed to pop purple balloons because it counts it as fire.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the blade saw ones kind of meh. Like it's so cheap, it's so basic that a hero has one for sale of just that ability alone. It doesn't deal that much. The only one that makes it a saving, like a saving grace to that thing, is the bottom route on just how fast it shoots. It just shoots so fast that like it looks like they're just constantly on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like more or less this one's kind of meh.
And now I go right. All right.
Yeah.
So honestly, I don't have as much as a high opinion. I still think tax shooter is good. Like it's honestly the thing is, I want to say with the village, it combos really well with its top path, but obviously that's including another tower. Because yeah, admittedly by itself, it's not the greatest, but I do think top path is honestly just a really good all rounder. Because yeah, like if you get dealt with purples, then it's just like okay, at that point now you have to put something else, and like at most you probably lose like probably 50 or so lives. Worst case scenario, if you just straight up just decide not to deal with it at all.
Hang on. Worst case scenario, you lose half your life. That's not, huh? By
And like
then, if
that's
you start lose the rule of monkeys, if you start losing lives, you're basically dead. Like it has to be a
no.
red balloon that goes by. If not, you're done.
And also, they have the combination with Gwendolyn, the fire monkey, to do extra
Mm-hmm.
damage.
But that's not the tower
Yeah,
itself.
obviously you still have the fire problem or
But it's not the
The
lone
map.
tower.
hmm?
It's not the
Yeah, I
lone
know.
tower.
I know. I'm just mentioning the benefits of top path, but yeah, there's also that. I don't know, I think it's bottom path is really good. Middle path, I've actually seen a lot of use for. It's only 16,000 for fifth tier, and there's a lot of challenges online that include the middle path because how much they will actually deal damage.
The
Uh,
blades.
Yeah, the blade storm because simply it's a lot of blades. It does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Remember that
Top path is
one game? Remember that one game where I just had a bunch of blades and I could have just used them a lot. And you were
mhm.
like, you were complaining like, "Oh my god, stop! It's lagging my computer."
See, that's not a benefit if it lags your computer phone.
I
That
had
doesn't
like
sound
six
like
of
a
them.
it doesn't sound like a positive.
I had six of them and I kept spamming, and then we got over it. I deleted them, and you were like, "Oh my god, they help so much." It was so I don't know. I really like it.
Yeah, and then top path is like its actual like game form if you want to deal with it of like having a ring of fire. It's 50,000 and it's kind of just an all right fifth tier, but it has a ton of pierce if I remember correctly. So it's texture overall is pretty decent. It's nothing groundbreaking and there's if anything if I want a close range hero I just pick Sada to deal with that stuff.
We're not talking about heroes.
I know, but it's just like if there was any if like the only reason why I wouldn't pick texture is because Sada exists.
But we can eventually talk about heroes. Eh? Okay, next.
Stop it.
Feel free. All right, place them where you think they deserve. I've already done mine.
Canon.
Hmm.
I'll be honest, I hate it.
Why? Really?
Yeah, it's I'm not the biggest fan of
I
it
would
either.
I would say
Really?
I feel like for what it does, which is just throws bombs, grenades. It's kind of like Dart Monkey, but like
Hitting like a
worse.
cannon? Huh.
It's worse because I guess the only saving grace about it will probably be the Moab Destroyer because it does damage, extra damage to Moab classes. But then other than that, there's like other monkeys that I feel like would get the job done, if not better.
Mhm.
for especially with the amount of money too.
Yeah, because it's also one of the more expensive monkeys to buy for like 600, I think it is.
Monkey question mark?
Yeah,
Well, towers if you
towers.
want to be specific.
That ain't no
But
monkey.
anyway, the bomb tower. But then,
All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like the bomb tower pretty good. I feel like it's kind of up there. Cause for me, the the bottom path has always been one of my favorites. This thing has so much spread. It shoots a bomb, and then it blows up to then cluster another ring of bombs, and then eventually you can upgrade it further to that ring getting its own other rings for each one. You have so much spread. You just you have them all lined up, and then boom, they're all gone. It does
Yeah,
way
but
more than a single dart being thrown.
it is a smaller distance, and it is less utility wise for dealing with different
camos.
classes of balloons like camos and lead. Oh, well, I'm not sure about lead.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it destroys lead. That's the one thing it's good at. But it
Yeah,
helps. But like you mentioned, the Moab destroyer as well. That's the middle path. That thing just hits like a truck, and it specifically gets rid of the heavier Moabs. But the top path of pure missiles. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember. Wait a minute.
Top
No,
path
the
is
top path is even
balloon
missiles.
impact.
It just makes it bigger, doesn't it?
yeah.
Top path is balloon impact, and it adds the ability to stun balloons and Moabs.
Eh.
Middle path is the one with the missiles.
Yeah, but stunning's still pretty good. But
I feel like it's a tower you focus on after you dealt with you go with something else.
yeah, but at the same time, I do like the last ability because whenever you're dealt damage, it doesn't even have to be from a balloon. If you sacrifice a totem or something or whatever, but whenever you're dealt like the smidgest amount of damage for the highest tier, like it just blows up the field. Like it just rains bombs. Everything's gone.
All right, and then what's it called? I guess can I go off then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, the only I think because let's be honest, the only reason why bomb tower was ever invented was to deal with leads back in the day when there wasn't too many options for it, and it's kind of just stuck around. It not only isn't not the world's most interesting design, but also top hat stunning. It's really not the most useful thing in the world because at most, like unless you have like multiple of them, they don't really get stun
Snipers.
locked. Yeah, and
Only
middle path,
Moabs.
the Moab, yeah, middle path Moab. Admittedly, yeah, it does a ton of damage and it does what it's supposed to do. But like over the years, I'm just like the sniper is just 5 times better for what it's meant for what it does. It permanently stuns Moabs in their place compared to the bomb that just does a ton of damage. Not to mention, it's only good for popping the outer shells, which admittedly, yeah, the outer towers can take care of the ceramics, but it's just like the sniper like basically stun locks them in their own base and like does his the job of the Moab thing way better. And then bottom path's actually good. I won't complain about bottom path, but it's just like even then, I know you guys don't care about chimps, but just like that thing's useless there because straight up you only have one life in chimps, and if that obviously if you lose that one life, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more for me. It's just like because the first top tier was used to be one of my favorites, and it used to be one of the busted back in the days. But it's just like it's
It
like
just goes
it
back to
needs
what I
also.
said. It's just like
Yeah.
there's better towers to deal with stuff than the bomb.
Like I would say probably bottom path 4 tier is probably like the most that you would ever really need out of Moab.
All right, well, I
Like
marked
I
mine.
done.
Same.
Right.
Boomerang monkey.
I
I used to hate this guy.
I'm like 50-50 on this one. I'm being real. I don't know how to feel about it.
I'm with you too. Like the the cybernetic top path, right?
Middle path.
Middle path. Like it's pretty cool. It shoots really fast. It's pretty helpful. Deals with crowds. Um, I gotta say, I love the bottom path. He looks really cool, and then he shoots in a straight line too.
Hmm.
That's also pretty cool. Like you just put him on like the end of a long road. He'll help with that whole path, and it's fire too. So there's a lead,
Hmm.
and then um, top path goes more. That's what I
Is
said.
it?
It's like the east side of him. He throws more, but like, and then it's meh.
Yeah. Uh. I don't know. I don't know. Because I've always been a fan of the cybernetic one. I don't think I've ever used the bottom one where it's like the big boomerang that's meant to hit things back. Like I never
It's really
even.
cool.
It's cool, but like I never touch it. I never like. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
That's fair.
And his top path, I always feel like is just oh a ninja monkey, but like a few extra sharp ends.
Yeah,
So it's like I've gotten him confused for a ninja monkey before, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like this, his designs for at least the end ones. I'm 90% sure the top one just looks like it just looks like a ninja monkey. Like it looks like the top path end result of the ninja monkey, but like purple, and it has it has like the passive spinning blades around him, but like what is that really doing? It's like
It.
it's not too much. It's just like I will admit the cybernetic ability does deserve to be mentioned because that shot really fast in our Teen Titan video. Like
mm-hmm.
that basically helped keep us alive. But
Hmm.
it was good for that instant. Overall, I mean, I have seen them get overwhelmed. I don't know,
Yeah,
but he does look cool. He does,
he
like
does look
cybernetic
cool, especially the
and
bottom
down.
half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cybernetic and down. Those two
Oh,
look cool.
oh yeah. I just realized. Actually, I don't think you guys can rate them, but are we gonna count paragons
I
or
have yet
like the?
no because not only have
I
we
don't
a
think
not mentioned that b um I don't think
they're
I've
pretty hard
seen
at
them.
Yeah,
that.
because we've only missed one so far, which is the one for the dart monkey. So I'm asking now before like we go through the rest of them.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen them, so I'm just gonna say no.
Okay.
No, they're pretty hard to that, anyways.
So I don't know. I feel like the boomerang monkey, like he's better than some, but he's not exactly like he's just kind of there. He's not. He's not like the worst power you can choose, but I think I do like the update where you can have him switch arms, whether he's right-handed or left-handed. Though that does add some more versatility.
All right. Now I'm gonna pop off. Okay, middle path is garbage. I don't like middle path.
Oh
Oh
my
Cyborg.
damn!
god!
I feel like it's just
I,
gonna be like that for the rest of the towers. It's me and Squirtle like in the middle path or like in one path, and then
Like, it's
Javi on the other
garbage.
hand is like it's garbage. It's
Yeah,
absolute
like we
garbage.
like it, and he's over here like the hardcore guy. Like it doesn't work for chimps. It doesn't work at all. Well, and we're
uh,
just like we like how he is. He's a good monkey. He does good at what
his
he
design is
does, and it's
so
like
his design is so ugly in my opinion.
what? God, you're
It's
one of those
literally
cyborg haters, aren't you?
no, cyborg is fine, but the actual like monkey itself, legit, it legit. They just turn his clothes like gray, and then like replace his arm, and even then the arm's it's like an okay.
His whole
It,
head is what? He
He
even has a
looks
like they have
pretty
the
crown.
hands.
metal.
I don't know. It like even in Balloons 5, I never liked it.
To be clear, we're only talking about Balloon 6, right? Like
Yeah,
it's.
but it like even back then, like even as a kid, I was just like I don't like this guy.
I've always liked the
But it's
cybernetic
just
one.
yeah, Top Hats is so admittedly I didn't like or Boomerang Monkey at all until like a couple of months ago where I was just like, all right, I had to get the XP for the Paragon, and that's when I found out how good the goddamn Top Path is,
Oh, of course.
especially yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
about to
and
say
bottom path,
especially in chimps?
no, not in legit. I'm probably only gonna mention chimps once because I know you guys like just don't care about it or completing the game. But it's just like bottom path is decent. Never really worked out for me, but I've seen it work out really well for others. And top path, it's just like it just shreds waves, especially if you get two of them. You probably don't have to worry about regular blooms for like like all the way to like 80, and that's when they get to super ceramics, and that's where you're gonna have trouble with it. But like just tier 4 boomerang monkey top path, you basically don't have to worry about regular balloons ever again. At most, like lead, but even then, if you get the hot boomerang upgrade, it deals with leads.
Oh, we probably
And
should have gave a. Sorry, I'm just thinking right now. If anyone's stuck around this long and doesn't understand monkeys, balloons, tower defense game, the typical rounds go to 40 for easy, 60 for medium, 80 for hard, and then most people like to take it all the way to. Wait, is it 80 for hard,
Uh-huh.
right? Yeah, most people like
80
to
for
take
hard.
it all the way to 100 because that's when you get insta monkeys. That's basically a reward. It's like a purple boss, and then if you complete it, you get a
Okay.
monkey that you can instantly place down. So a lot of people tend to go to that hard route because a lot more difficult balloons make it there. All right, cool. Continue.
And then from there, Glaive War just deletes like any like also non balloons, and not to mention it gives a huge poison effect to any Moabs.
It
It's
does.
also I really like its design. By the way, I know you like guys bragged on it for being this like
Someone
rip
in
off of Ninja
chat,
Mode.
ulti nah, he ugly.
I don't know which one he's talking about, but Top Path, in my opinion, always look the coolest, especially if you get the gray and like
Utility, never mind. Oh, I don't think we haven't gone over the utility too much. We've
yeah,
just been talking smack on their design.
yeah. I really just like the Top Path. Not to mention like Blade Lord, that just sounds cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah, I forget they have names.
yeah, but I really like Top Path. Middle Path has definitely never been my taste, and then like Bottom Path, it never works out for me. But I've seen others work well with it.
So the one thing we all agreed on, the bottom path's kind of meh.
I enjoy Bottom Path. I like it. I like its design.
All right.
Remember if there's most okay. Well, I placed mine, but remember the way how most tier list works. The further left they are, the closer they are to going to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
well, I did my placement.
Okay. Now,
Ugh,
Ice
Ice Monkey.
Monkey.
Really,
I
Ice Monkey is a good one.
I I don't really use Ice Monkey. I really used it. I'll be honest, I don't really know what most of its tiers go because I just don't really enjoy it. Putting money into it. It I know it freezes, it pops, and then that works well with some other towers, but that's about it. And then designs for most of the tier 5s, from what I've seen, they're pretty okay. Like I know one of them that's a hat, and then that's about it. I don't know. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it. Something I wouldn't put money in.
Um, I I am not a big fan of it either. Like despite all his versatility, despite everything, because like you don't really know the end ones, but I know a good amount of them because I've used him a lot. But even then, I can't really say he's one of my favorites because he makes it harder for other balloons to for other people to pop his balloons because he freezes them and then they get an ice layer. So then you need something capable of popping ice. So
Mm-hmm.
that's if you do the stall route. I know one of them has an ability to where he just freezes the map and everything kind of slows down. I know he eventually gets an ability where if he freezes a balloon, they get frostbite and shatter, like 1 to 2
Uh,
layers, and I think those shards also spread. But
Mm-hmm.
you're talking.
it's only good. I only know it good in order to get the golden balloons. A golden balloon every once in a while, there will be a golden balloon on a map and at random maps, and whenever you pop them, you get like monkey bucks, monkey money out of it. And I don't, that's the only thing I've ever known them to be good for. I know he has a Moab shredding one, where he can shoot like an icicle bazooka, but it even then it's kind of meh because I feel like the bomb tower or the cannon has a better shot at it. I know there's one neat trick where one of them has like an aura of like his own personal blizzard, like this little aura. And
Yeah.
I know that if it goes over water, you can place a monkey on top of it as if it were solid land.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a neat little trick, but I feel like at that point you can either just use a water tower, or if you're truly invested on needing that land, it is technically better to just pay for a raft because it's a solid square compared to this weird circle where you need to stack multiple of them to cover most of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Design wise, I know one of them looks like Mr. Freeze from that one old Batman show or Batman movie where Mr. Freeze was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger and he made a lot of puns. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just look it up. But he kind of reminds me of him, and it just doesn't look good. I know one of them is him in a coat. He does look very snug. That might be like his little designs are kind of the saving grace, but at the same time, eh. I don't even remember the last one. I think he turns into a yeti. I don't remember it.
I was gonna say it looks like that one hero, but it's the snowman costume. His name's like Pat Musty or something.
You mean
What?
Pat
That
Fusty?
Oh,
yeah,
a literal monkey hero. I was thinking like
yeah.
DC to Marvel. I'm like, I don't remember that name at all.
No, that's what his design reminds
Yeah,
me of. Just the with the costume,
You mean the snowman one?
the snowman one.
All right. So Ice Monkey is a personal favorite of mine. I don't use it as
oh,
much as I
this
used
Oh my
to.
guy.
god, I told you, complete opposite.
I don't know. I just really like Ice Monkey. Like, again, I know we're not meant to mention a ton of like balloons, but like other games besides Balloon Six. But he's in my my picks for like Balloons Battles 2. He's like always. I always liked using him in Balloons 5, and that continued onto this game until like more like later on where I just found like other better towers. Doesn't mean he's still one of my favorites though for a lot of different reasons. Because I know you
Okay,
guys,
what
there's
are
a lot
those
of
reasons?
one. I know this goes for both Glue Gunner and him, but he's actually, in my opinion, really good at stalling balloons. And I know you guys were saying how other balloons aren't able to pop his frozen ones. But if you're able to combine that with some that are actually able to, like Helicopter top pad, Sniper Monkey middle pad with top two on top, and not to mention Buccaneer middle path. A lot of other monkeys can actually work with him really well. Not to mention top path embrittlement. Basically, like turns a lot of the balloon's defense to basically nothing. You can kill Moabs really easily with embrittlement, the effect on them. Bottom path, you can basically like freeze up entire clusters really easily. He also has one of the abilities to pop leads, so if you're not focusing on leads, he can easily take them out for you. he just has a lot of versatility, in my opinion, and overall a really nice pick. Millipath is also like only 16,000 to get to tier 5, and that thing like is actually also really good. And bottom path, even though it is not the best Moab stopping action at all, it also frees DDTs, which is always a nice need.
I want to kind of reel it back a
And
little. You said if you're not focusing on which one, the so not the metal one,
The
right?
game.
mhm.
I mean, can't you just? I mean, bomb tower base one just takes care of those.
Yeah, but even then, like it's more, yeah, you get bomb tower, but you also get to freeze any type of balloons that's not Moabs. You get to, and if you do go top path, you can basically weaken Moabs to the point where they're like at most like the strength of 2 ceramics. And also, you can basically freeze up entire corners of the map, just like every like half a second. And not to mention, if you plan it out and also check out the other monkeys upgrades, he just combos really well with everyone else. Not to mention, Millpath basically can cause an entire corner of the map become 60% slower for all balloon types, and also, you guys were saying bad things about the water stuff. A lot of harder maps make it so there's only water terrain. And not to mention, if you want to get a monkey into a good position, but sadly, like a Pacific monkey into like a good position, and you like need, like say like what's it called, an Ultra Juggernaut in a straight down lane, but it's blocked off by water. You can use Ice Monkey, make that area not only dangerous for balloons to get frozen, but also get a lineup for any Ultra Juggernaut or any other monkey that you need. I find I've had a lot of fun, me personally, with the middle path and placing stuff on water, and a lot of like other harder maps have been made a lot easier thanks to that middle path.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I just really like Ice Monkey a lot. Design wise, admittedly, he's not the strongest in that category, but that is a short like amount. And even then, I think bottom path actually does look cool.
All right, I did my placement.
Same.
All right, Glue Gunner.
Glue gunner.
Glue
Okay,
gunner.
so I know how much I've talked about glue gunner.
Here's a whole video on it. Uh huh.
There's a whole video on it. I don't really actually like him.
Oh my! What?
To be honest, I only ever have gone top half and then 2 into middle round.
Top
Mostly
path
because it
shreds
dissolves.
though.
It does
Path
shred.
shreds. And
Like,
realistic.
yeah, I guess the bottom path, it just splits glue everywhere. Or is I think that's middle path, actually. Right?
I'm gonna be
Wait,
honest. I
which
don't
one's
think
that?
I know the other paths either. All I can think of is the top path because he
Javi, what's the
shreds.
bottom path?
Top path is Balloon Stalwart, the
Javi,
ultra
what's the
acidic
bottom
one.
path?
Bottom path is Super Glue or Moab Blue, the pink one.
Yeah, I never use that. Because, like, same thing with Ice Monkey. You're just stalling, you're making it slower, but you're not really doing anything to, like, deal with it.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna invest that much, might as well have it
Invest it
dissolve
into something, into
instead of
popping it,
yeah.
which is why I've only ever gone top half, and that's the only reason why I'm ever going to use it. It's probably just to make it a little bit slower so that another tower can do its job.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Hmm. I guess. Sorry if I just blew really hard into the mic. I just I just exhaled very loudly. I don't know. For the Gloom Gunner, I was thinking he's good, but you do kind of bring up a good point. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember the bottom paths at all. I remember one of them has like an out of control tentacle monster of like spewing glue everywhere.
That's the middle path.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called
the other one's
Glue
like a
Storm.
split color or something. And then I mostly remember the top path because the top path like that thing shreds. That thing just dissolves. Like it's gone. Like reduced to atoms. Like honestly, like Like, ugh, like we're kind of glad he wasn't around during World War II.
Well,
So
Mhm.
I feel like the glue gunner is kind of there, but not like the worst thing in the world. Like he's there at a good level.
hmm
And now do I go?
yeah,
Yeah.
All right, I really
I'm.
like bottom path.
Oh,
of course you
this
would.
guy.
You have never ever used bottom path glue gunner. I don't want to hear it.
No, because okay, so here's my thing with Glue Gunner. Again, in Balloons 5, I still really liked him. Not as much as Ice Monkey, but even back then I really liked him. But here's the thing. For as soon as I heard there was a thing called Moab glue, I was like, that's gotta be good. Because I was like, because think about it, how many options are there in the for less than like 10,000 that can deal with actually slowing down Moabs? Or actually less
Sniper,
than Sniper
Ice
Monkey, yeah.
Monkey.
Sniper Monkey, if you cost up the in total price, it's 10,000 to permanently stuck it. But Moab glue is only like what, like 3,000? And not
Never
to
used
mention
it.
if you use him as your free monkey, it's not a bad deal. And not to mention if you have a hero that like say Sada, Quincy, Omen, you don't really you can place down a glue gunner more as like extra support, and not to mention if you at least get him up to acidic glue, bam, you
Okay,
have another
okay, okay.
easy.
Hang on. Let me hold you right there.
Hmm.
We are only talking about Glue Gunner
Yeah,
himself
and I'm
only. You do
yeah,
not include others.
So
hmm
imagine just having glue gunner. That's
Yeah.
it.
hmm and even then, but here are my personal experiences and why glue gunner is good in the utility. Because let's be honest, glue gunner is more of a support than anything else. Yeah, his
Yeah.
top hat, ever since it got that buff, absolutely shreds like 1 through 99 rounds. That thing is a monster and it is so good. That like top hat is an absolute beast at the moment. But even then, if you want to focus on any other strategy or like anything else, the free glue gunner you get from Monkey Knowledge is actually really good for any starting game, especially if your hero's in the starting amount of money. Legit, I I know we're not mentioning other heroes, but he has comboed so well with like a bunch of the heroes,
Yes, when he
and that's
combos.
what yeah, and in my opinion, makes him a great like instead of using the regular Dart Monkey. Not to mention for heroes like Sada, who have a weakness to lead, you just buff him up to acidic and bada bing bada boom, you're good for like all the way up to probably like the Moab, which even then, wow, you spent like $600 to get all the way to round 40. You're basically like you save so much money at that point. He has such like a good amount of utility to slowing down Moabs for a slow price. Top Hat absolutely shredding 1 through 99 rounds. And then Middle Path is there good for the late game due to it making it so every other balloon takes 50% more damage from like all types. The only bad thing I could really say about Lunar is bottom path tier 5, because if he gets one permanently stuck out of range of all the other monkeys, you kind of just gotta sit there and hope he either got acidic glue, which will slowly melt down the balloon, or you just kind of sit there, or you have to sell a tower or put a new tower to help the glue gunner pop the balloon. And that's the only downside of bottom path. And
Hmm.
even then, I love all the designs for glue gunner. I
The
think he's very
only
But they're
cool
so.
looking.
the only Glue Gunner design I like is the one where it looks like he has butter on his head.
You mean
Which I think is
the
middle path,
middle
right?
path?
Yeah, I think it's like one
Middle
or
path
two
is
middle. That's literally
yeah,
it.
I just wanted.
All right, I did
Yeah,
my
so
placement.
I did
like
mine.
I really like glue gunner.
Okay, Wizard.
What the? We're
Wizard.
skipping the entire military?
Is military
What's
next?
military?
Oh, I'm. Don't mind me. Just gonna reorder this.
Yeah.
I don't know why
See, like
I thought Magic was next. We just who's next in the
I was
military? I
like,
think mine's out of order.
the order goes Sniper Monkey, Sub, Buccaneer. ace, heli pilot, and then mortar, and
Okay,
then
cool. I
technically
fixed
dartling
it. I only
gunner
had one
after that.
mixed. Darning Gunner's at the very end. So sniper.
I love a sniper. Like when I place on a sniper, I know he can deal with camo. Once you get that, once you're going along that path,
I think it's just one
and
in,
then
right?
yeah, I think it's top half,
I don't know why I
right?
think it's middle. I might be wrong. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Is it top or middle
Wait, which one you're asking, or what are you asking about?
for camo?
Camo is middle path tier one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think top half is multiple layers. Yeah,
Yeah, top path and
I
multiple layers. Sorry, go ahead.
I know he can deal with strong balloons, popping as much layers as he can, camo detection. And then you have the Moab stunner, which just helps. The only problem I would probably say is him popping lead, which in that case you're gonna need to place another tower. But camo, multiple layers, done Moab classes, a okay for me.
Mm-hmm. Blade.
Yeah. Can someone check the stream?
Yeah, what's wrong?
I think you guys might be heard twice, and I want to double check that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find something right now. Where's my G?
Someone someone else say something.
Hello.
Could you hear
Sorry.
him twice? Like I'm checking my audio to make sure I'm not.
It sounds alright.
But he wasn't heard twice. He wasn't heard like boom or anything weird.
No.
Okay, no, because I'm tracking the audio and stuff, and it looked like it was bouncing. My my output looked like it was bouncing along with you talking, which is concerning because that means you're being heard twice. But it's fine. So Sniper Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is that it?
for you.
Well, yeah, you have to
No,
talk
I
over it.
no. I'm asking Mackie because he only said one thing. I know it will shoot, and I know I can see camo.
And yeah, said it can pop multiple layers and that it can stun Moabs.
Okay. My bad. I must have zoned out. I don't. I don't know. I feel like the sniper monkey. The sniper monkey is always one of those where I like it, but I don't think it's that much up there because him dropping his own money, I think that's an okay ability. But if you're trying to like do money, there's better options. The multiple layers is actually pretty good because it does, it hits balloons hard, stunning the Moabs. I don't remember if Moabs can get past that because what ends up happening is he shoots really fast first, and then if there's multiple, another one goes first in front of it, giving the one behind it time to unstun, and then it basically stops them in their place, quote unquote. But one takes over the other, and it kind of repeats
Unless
until
you
they
have
pop.
it the strongest.
Yeah, so one takes over the other until it pops, or until the first one gets through, and it's something else. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know because I know Stun de- deploys his own money. What's the third one? I feel like I'm forgetting one.
Third one is the elite defender where he shoots like a basically like rapid fire.
Right.
Yeah.
He completely drops the sniper act and just becomes a SWAT.
Mm-hmm.
Where you shoot
Um.
really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
Which is
know.
pretty helpful for under Moab classes.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he's good, but I think I just don't like him. It's weird. I never utilize him. I never use him. I never. I never think, oh, let me get a sniper monkey unless there's like purposeful, because walls actually affect his vision, which is a very good call. And if you put him,
Walls.
yeah, if you put him on high ground, he can actually see past those walls.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think he's good. I think I just don't. I don't know why. I'm not like in love with him. There's nothing good about it. It's just. It feels like he does three different things, and it feels like he does okay at those jobs. The only thing that's a constant, like, oh, he's so good, is the stunning. Because I'm pretty sure the elite defender one, I'm pretty sure that's kind of weak compared to others. The stunning one's good, and then the cast drop, I feel like there's better means of cash in a sense. I
Mhm.
don't know. He's kind of there for me. It's weird.
All right, can I go?
Yeah.
All right, Sniper Monkey. I, honestly, it's probably gonna be very easy to guess what tier he is, but he's my absolute favorite tower in the game. He's the only tower I've ever gotten a pet for through like grinding Odyssey for, and I love this guy to death. He basically, as someone who's been trying to black border a lot of the map, he just kind of deals with everything really easy. His top pet deals with Moabs easy. Middle pet, admittedly, yeah, there is better ways to get cash, but it's only 15,000. Same thing for his bottom pet, also only 15,000. Not to mention cash drop just helps you get to that tier 5 really easily because extra cash. All like top pet stuns Moabs. You never have to worry about them for like most rounds. Not to mention if you get them with shrapnel, it's easily able to like keep 4 or 3 Moabs at bay constantly. And not to mention there's also a nice security with sniper that like if you put him in a good spot, any like single 1 or 2 balloons that get past, he'll deal with them. Especially with shrapnel again. Middle path is an absolute shredder with balloons. Like you don't notice it, but like he gets easily to the 100,000s real fast. And bottom path absolutely also shreds. It like nothing stays that long past your defenses if he's up. Because like yeah, he just shoots stupidly fast. And not to mention with shrapnel, every single one of those shots is basically a shotgun pellet. He just murders groups of balloons. Just absolutely kills it. And he can basically carry you like you can just buy the 15,000 and then just go AFK for like easily like 30 rounds and don't have to worry about anything else. Yeah. Like top pet, like legit, most of my strategy has been for this game is just literally place down Sada, place down Glue Gunner, and place like one Sniper Monkey, and that's able to carry me to round 50. Legit, like I think I placed according to my stats, I have placed this tower over 863 times.
Yeesh.
Just I love this son of a gun to death, and he's one I always constantly have fun with, and like I've never really gotten bored with using him.
Something just clicked in my
I
mind.
Yeah, I totally forgot about what was it called? Snipple?
Sniper monkey?
shrapnel.
Oh,
No,
shrapnel.
Yeah,
shrapnel.
and
Yeah.
not to mention Middle Path also gives all the other snipers a new targeting called Elite, which is basically like the biggest problem with snipers is like if you constantly have them on strong and like say like 5 like yellow balloons get by. Elite gets rid of that because as soon as they're 75% through the track, all snipers that have that targeting system will instantly switch and go kill those balloons real quick and then immediately switch back to strong. And it's so nice.
Okay, Mackie, I just realized something.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Let me paint you a picture. This is probably why this monkey is beloved mostly by MJ. So picture this. You're a monkey tower, you know, you're trying to do your best. You see them coming, you're on your path. You were designated, take care of these balloons right here in front of you. They will come towards you, and all you have to do is hit them with your dart. Hit them with your glue spray. Hit them with your boomerang, right? That's your job. Imagine yourself
Hmm.
in this position. and you throw your balloon, you throw your dart, and you're gonna start racking up. You're gonna start racking up pops. That's your income. That's how you feed your monkey family.
And
And the
then
balloon's
it gets
gone, and
stolen.
then it's gone, and you don't know from where, because somehow, from 100 yards away across the map, you just see him waving. You're like, okay, okay, I got the next one, and then you throw, and it's gone. And I think that's how most of the. I think that's why he has most of the pops. I feel like he steals a lot of them, and I feel like he's just a complete bastard about it. I don't think he's nice about it. I'm gonna be real. I don't think the sniper monkey is nice when he steals kills. I feel like
Nah,
he flexes his popping ability for no reason.
It's only a monkey that a Masters player would play.
nah, but here's my vision of it. Like, okay, I don't have the popping power for a Moab, but at least I can deal with the smaller balloons. If anything, I have backup behind me, hundreds of meters away, constantly selling the balloons while I'm able to deal with any of the cleanup, constantly being able to get it done. And as soon as I'm ready, as soon as that Moab's popped, all the other balloons are gone, and it's just cleanup from there. It's so easy.
No, I would believe pure panic. Oh my god, what do I shoot? Do I go up? Do I go down? Look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down. You would have like a mild stroke as this thing is just constantly leering over you. The big behemoth of a blimp, kind of like a whale that floats over the earth. Once you see a flying whale, you really don't really look up or down. You're just like, oh dear God, get out of here.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, imagine like five balloons got past you. It's like, oh no, we're dead. That's it. It's game over. Insta pop. It's like, oh, thank God, I have the security of a sniper monkey all the way back there, easily able to watch my back the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like my head cannon more. I play
I say
some
that my head cannon is the most accurate.
I placed them already.
Yeah.
Subs.
submarine.
I'll be honest. I don't have much to say. I don't really use submarines. I guess the double dart. It's pretty cool.
Nah. Submarine, pretty up there. Here's one of the reasons I really like the submarine. He's pretty versatile. He can hit anywhere on the map, and his darts can scatter and re-hone in to do multiple layers of popping. As long as one of your monkeys can see it, he can support it. He literally has a missile silo in one of them, and that thing can basically one shot Moabs, if not deal serious damage. And then there's the submarine mode where he's submerged, he's just radioactive. It's just a passive hitbox that swings around in his hit range, and he makes cooldowns go like 33% faster. So he has a lot of utility. He can basically hit anything that you can see. So he
That's
doesn't
what it
even
does.
need he doesn't even need to see camo. If your monkey can see camo, he can see camo. So he has as much support as anyone on the field. He can make cooldowns go faster. He makes things
Yeah, but I feel like when I was using sub, and then I kind of got to that upgrade where it's like, oh, submerge it. I submerged it
uh-huh.
like when it was by itself, and it kind of just was dog poo poo, and I'm just
You
like,
see, that's the thing. That's the player's problem. He's following orders. He was told submerge. You are given the option to switch him out of submerge. So if he's on the other side of the map, he can keep shooting. And once they get close enough, you can submerge him and he'll start spinning. You use a cooldown, you submerge him. Now it's going 33% faster. I don't even think he
wait,
has to be submerged.
you can flip flop it?
Yes, you can have him go up or down. He'll shoot when he's up. When he goes down, he has his radius. And
I
it's a
never saw that.
passive thing. Understand that tier 5 makes all cooldowns, no matter where they are in the map, go faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it is highly versatile. It is highly like you honestly, if there's ever water, that's one of the good ones to go for. I know there's Buccaneer as a comparison for water because there's only very few water. But if you can sneak in the sub, there's really never a problem with a sub because he can always see anywhere as long as there's already a monkey there.
But I feel like if you do get it to the point where you can submerge it, I feel like you have to focus on knowing to keep flip flopping it to unsubmerge and submerge it. And at that point, I feel like you would forget about it.
Yeah, but the ability, he doesn't have to be submerged, I believe.
The radiation.
Uh,
No, radiation needs to be submerged.
okay, but still, I mean, here, cool down pretty quickly.
All right. Honestly, sub I don't have as much opinions on because honestly, top path I think radiation is really good. I, admittedly, I never go for the fourth path because, yeah, I think it's only good for when you're going for high rounds. Because even then, like, its actual popping power isn't that strong, and the radiation itself doesn't affect Moabs. At most, you have to be playing late game and already have a bunch of other, like, decent, like, cooldown abilities already, like, ready. Because by itself, it's really not that good. But admittedly, the radiation is still no slack. That thing can hold down the corner as well as just as well as any other like corner tower, like tack shooter or ice monkey. So either I go straight for radiation just because it's nice to have, or two, I just need the camo detection because that's what the top path is meant for. Camo detection, and then if you get to radiation, really good popping power. Middle path used to be my favorite a lot back in the day, but it honestly really has fallen off because there's so many other better ways to deal. ZLMGs are not a problem as much in this game as they were in path games because past games it's like, yo, that's an instant one shot, and now like in my opinion it's just like I look at it and it's like, dang, you're outdated because there's so many better like options now to deal with ZLMGs. And then bottom path, it's more that one's just like, I'm feeling spicy today, and like because sub commander is actually really good because it's straight up, if you can spam a bunch of subs, you basically just win the game.
Yeah, and
It's really
I think it's all water towers, isn't it? That he boosts. I know there's only
no,
two, but
it's all of them in his range, but there's a monkey knowledge that makes it all of them like around or
oh,
on the like in the water.
yeah.
Because like sub commander is really like a really actually strong tower for how cheap it is, and it's just but after a point it's literally all right, spam more monkeys, and like admittedly, it's not as bad as Super Dart Club or like Monkey Club, where it's just like spam a bunch of dart monkeys. Like, let's be honest, with the water space, you really only have two options, so I don't mind that as bad. And they like shred. They just like if you can get like a sub commander and like 5 subs, you basically win like tier one or like level 100. I don't know. Like sub is just kind of like you're good. You're very good. You do good at what you need to do. But I just have a personal bias towards the pirate one. So see you later.
And speaking of the pirate one, it's time to talk about it. um, I enjoy Buccaneer. You know, it has camo detection with its crow's nest. It has the grape shots, which then turns into
Flame grape
the
shots.
flame,
Just light. It just can we
which
talk
can
about
do
that?
with
He
lead,
lights grapes.
which lights them, and then he does a machine gun, which absolutely demolishes. And then there's also the third path where it's just a moneymaker, which blends in well with the banana farm market.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty versatile. He's pretty good at just popping balloons. And it's a pirate. Who doesn't like pirates?
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like. Sorry, are you gonna continue?
No, I'm done.
Okay, I feel like the submarine is good for long distance, but if you have water like kind of in the middle, I think honestly the best bet is the pirate, just because there's, as mentioned, so much versatility. It's basically a shotgun. It's basically a easy camo sight. It's an easy minigun. It's an like, and then the middle path just all the way. He becomes a pirate ghost ship basically, and he just sinks Moabs. Just entire red and blue ones gone, multiple gone. It, I think honestly, you really can't go wrong with this tower. Like, if there's ever water that's close, definitely do Buccaneer. If there's far water, definitely Submarine. And then the money pack, ooh la la, so much cash.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. I guess.
Yeah.
You ready for a 5 minute round? Let's go.
Let's go. Nah. Uh, I'll be honest. Yeah, Buccaneers really good. I'm not gonna over rant with
I
this.
thought
It's
he was
just like
about to trash on it. I was like, we just said it was good.
yeah. If anything, I've only used the bottom path like twice, and admittedly, it honestly is pretty busted. You get so much cash, like a stupid amount. But I only use it for like I've only used it like twice, and that's for when I went for like a Buccaneer Paragon. When I was like bored one day, I was like, I'm gonna go for a high round. And two, I've been seeing like yeah, that's about it. Because like it is really, really strong with how much cash it gives you. And it's pretty good. Middle path, it's actually really good for challenges. Because like if it's like, oh, like here's like high ceramic or like Moab, instantly being able to take down a Moab, it's pretty decent. Even if I think it's tier 5, it's could be better with that idea. And I've always had a soft spot for the top patch because it's called the Destroyer on the tier 4. And as a kid, I was like, yo, that's cool. Yep, I talked about this a little bit before, but it's just like I don't know. I was just like, there's like a pirate ship called Destroyer, and it's literally a minigun pirate ship. I always thought that was cool as a kid, so I have a soft
I
spot for
think
it.
he goes less pirate ship the more up you go. He becomes more of a navy
Yeah,
base.
he definitely does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely in the Navy. But you get like the cool little monkey aces flying around. I always really like those guys.
Man, those guys always lagged my stuff.
Speaking of Monkey Ace,
I wasn't done. Okay.
True.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
keep
you guys
going.
already placed, right? I placed.
yeah,
Yeah,
All
I
right,
gotta play fun.
Monkey Ace.
I don't like Monkey Ace.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like it's the way he shoots. He shoots away from him, which could miss, and then he only flies in a set pattern, which you have to pick. And yeah, that could be versatile to like, okay, let me switch the pattern
Have
into this kind of map, this
wait,
pattern into that kind of map.
question. Have you ever
What?
actually bought an upgrade for him?
Yes, I know you can move
Okay, no, I just
the.
want to make sure.
I was dead into that.
My bad.
I know with the way he shoots, and then there's also a monkey knowledge with his banana, not banana, pineapple bombs, which will make it closer to the road. But like, I feel like you just have to go out of your way to upgrade it. Oh, well, okay, that sounds bad. But like, you have to go to that specific upgrade to be able to move it to where you want it to be with the set course direction.
Uh huh.
And
Okay.
then
Continue.
yeah, yeah. One more thing, I don't feel like it pops this. Well, it does pop, but like I feel like there's other towers that pop more.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Mackie, I think I'm gonna have to side more with MJ. I'm assuming he likes it since he goes opposite of us. I
That
I
might
don't know.
be.
I
I am
feel
sorry
like
to disagree.
you always
Sorry.
disagree with us, but yeah, I feel like he's kind of up there on like he you have multiple options, right? Versatility wise, realistically, the pineapple at the beginning not that good, but he can be upgraded to drop a literal nuke, which clears the whole field. He can be upgraded to where the darts will become heat-seeking missiles, basically, where they just like they all
Oh
go
yeah, I forgot
out
about that.
and target, and then you have some sort of like higher maneuvers where his pathing doesn't really become a problem because you can put him eventually to just circle the whole map. Which I mean, at that point, no matter what, you're not really missing. I don't know. Maybe it's just the idea of a monkey ace dropping a nuke, but I kind of do put him up there because he's
But then you also have to deal with getting the money for him. And like by the time you did all those upgrades, you
yeah,
probably
but
already lost some health trying to upgrade him to make him better before you're able to focus on another tower
yeah, but if
for him.
price was too big of a problem, realistically, we're gonna start hitting that issue as we go further down because
Super
things got
monkey.
more expensive as they kind of go up from basic to military to magic. So like
Yes. I know, but like I'm just saying to get it to an acceptable place for it to defend, you have to spend a lot more. No, well, yeah, that's basically going back to what you said. But like, you have to save up money for him to do that, and then focus on another tower, which by then you have to
yeah,
go back.
I guess early game as your first choice, you're probably gonna leak one or two. It's not like foolproof. But I remember one of his eventually the
I
he
feel like he's more leaking,
yeah, which is I don't know. I feel like he still does a good amount for his
which
price
by
tag.
then
I feel like he does good because something that can completely wipe the board that's not exactly easy to come by because the what's it called, the cannon, you have to lose a life in order to wipe the board. For the plane, you push a button, everything's eviscerated. Like there is no in between. Like everything is gone.
mm,
I'm sure. Unless
All right.
Mackie, you have something else to say.
no,
All right. So I honestly think the monkey ace is also really good. It's legit. Like whenever I can't, or whenever like I don't use the sniper monkey for like maps where like there's a lot of walls, I usually just go with the ace because I think it's like just really good. Admittedly, I'm not gonna go all crazy about the ace, but I will say something. Even though we both agree that the ace is good, Blade, I don't think the middle path is one of my favorites. The bomb
I
or the
think
nuke,
they think that's the nuke. Yeah,
yeah. Because like, admittedly, it's good. It's just like, it's not my favorite ability of all time. My favorite usually because here's the only reason I would ever go middle path. It's literally just for the camo detection. Because normally I like going bottom path, never hit darts, and then top path. And I know we're not allowed to really include other monkeys, but the only problem with that setup is simply just not having camo detection, and Monkey Village deals with that. Besides that, I think Ace basically deals with any problem. If it,
Sorry if you can
but
hear my
besides,
cold
yeah,
breathing.
yeah, but besides that, I think simply the Ace is just really good. Tier 3, top 2 with a Monkey Village, honestly, just kills everything. All right, that's it for me. I like it.
mm-hmm. Okay, a helicopter.
I don't know.
Helicopter. As he crashes into the balloons.
No, that you're thinking of. God, what Henry Stickmin? What's his name? Charles, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was such a good.
No, but
That
he
was
has
such an
balloon.
ending for Charles.
He has balloon pusher. He's able to push back more balloons.
True. He also has pursuit.
Pursuit, which is a really good one to go into.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically just let him focus on popping balloons. You know, he's not gonna let one get by as he just continues shooting them and scoots back. I think the middle path is like the draft where like he's able to pop balloons just by being on top of them. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I really like it. I just like the pursuit. The pursuit's really helpful. And then having like one or two Moab pushers just to keep it at bay, really good. Squirtle.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just moving some ice around, like freezing my teeth by accident. Okay. Ah, I'm sorry. It is very cold. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's pretty cool. I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think he's that up there though. It's one of those things where if I look back and think of his ults right now, he gives himself two little helicopters. He's able to pick up and move and have a tower next to him constantly in his cargo when they're shooting, which is eh. And I don't remember if there's a third one. I don't remember the third one. Isn't it just
Oh,
more support?
Javi.
Sorry, my family came in. What was the question?
What's the third helicopter ability?
Third helicopter is the one with Moab push, and it's basically it's a decently strong helicopter, but whenever the Moab or the balloons get close to the exit, it calls them backup helicopters to help it out, and then Tier 5 makes those backup helicopters permanent, and then they get stronger if they get closer to the exit.
Oh yeah, no, I was talking about. What are all three of its
Or
highest forms then? Put it that way, because I feel like we're
Because
missing
you have
one.
the cargo ship, and then you have the one where it calls backup, and then what's the third one?
the first tier is Apache Prime, aka like the strongest DPS helicopter. Second is the Chinook, which basically it relocates any of your towers to any spot on the map, and also summons a chopper gunner, which you can who is has less height than all the other monkeys, but has a lot of DPS. And bottom path, I just explained it.
Okay, so yeah, kind of forgettable because two of them are just I need backup. And if your whole gimmick is I need more support, how good are you? All right, I'm good.
All right. I've been really mixed on the heli pilot ever since I got balloons again. Because as a kid, I really just liked it, but I haven't used it in like probably a year. Because I'm gonna be honest, top hat, it does good, but it's like it drops off really fast unless you get the Apache, and then at that point you're like try harding because you're gonna need to set up banana farms to really get Apaches because they're like 16,000 each, and they're really just or they're good, but it's just like one isn't enough to really carry you. You need to get like two or three, and then at that point you're probably good for the rest. And not to mention, no matter what, for any of the ones, you're probably gonna want pursuit, so you're always gonna have to get the top path. So that kind of restricts all the rest of them, because it's pursuit. It's the reason why the helicopter is really good. It pursuits around the whole map. Obviously, you can micromanage it and keep it around, but I would say middle path has actually become one of my favorites because again, this is probably the only other time there's the rare times I'm gonna include chimps in my argument, but like you're not able to sell on chimps, and having the ability to move your monkey wherever you want is still really good no matter the game mode. Because one, it simply saves you cash, and two, if you're put in a bad place, obviously that could be on you, but you can easily fix that, and also it combos really well with permabrew. Which again, if you're going late game, you kind of need that. So I think just middle path is just overall really good, and it does exactly what it needs to do as being as a support tower. Not to mention with monkey knowledge, you can straight up carry a monkey with you wherever you want. So straight up, if you wanted to, you can give any monkey global range. because they just hang out in the helicopter pit. And bottom pass, honestly, bottom pass is kind of eh. I don't really like bottom pass, but overall, I think helicopters money is good, but it's you definitely need to be like try hard farming to really get the huge benefit out of it.
All right, I did my placement.
Same. Mortar.
Mortar.
I don't like it. I don't think I.
Really, really situational in my eyes.
Yeah, I never used it. I don't know any of its 5 tiers. I don't even think I have it leveled up.
It's tier 5 is the biggest one, which can pop through 8 layers of
Javi, I
balloon.
don't care.
Got it.
All I know is that
We
it pops
just we,
me
we
in
just
that.
agree it's bad. That's it. We can just move on. Like
It's
Yeah,
alright. It's just on the maps it's good. It's really good, but on maps that's not. It's just more situational. I think
literally,
signal players.
a monkey knowledge point makes his one of his highest tiers worthless. It's like, oh, he shreds like the ceramic layering or something. But if you get a
That would
monkey
be
knowledge point, he does that like a tier sooner. And all he really does is
yeah.
hit one spot, and it's just kind of meh.
Because I think if anything, it's good as a support tower that you just kind of place at the entrance. Because
It's
getting
military.
rid of camo, it's an there. It's an yeah, but it you can classify it as a support if you wanted to. Because let's be honest, like glue gunner is probably a support. Ice tower is more of a support. They're just in the different categories.
And that's
I
what
would
makes
say
them bad at that category. They're not in
I
the.
would disagree.
They're in a different category, and they're not doing what their category says. That makes them
I would
kind of
disagree with
bad.
that. I would highly disagree with that. But
I'm ready to move on to wizard. To be honest.
Same.
yeah, but signal flare and shattering shells are really good. So I don't mind Mortar Monkey. It's just really situational.
Wizard
So
monkey.
wizard monkey.
I love wizard monkey. I love wizard monkey.
Is it because it
It's
looks
really
like Harry
cool.
Potter? I think it's because it looks like Harry Potter.
I guess. But like I really like the middle path flame. Flame pretty cool. And then with the necromancer is pretty cool. Because he can go the opposite direction, pop balloons from that direction. And then he has the top path, which is basically just a stormbringer. So cool. So cool.
Um. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say about it. I think Wizard Monkey's pretty good up there because not only can it be placed on the land, unlike the other water towers, um, he has good versatility. He does fire, he does lightning, he does the necromancy, and then the shimmer. I think that's what it's called. Basically, the ability to reveal camo. Great.
Oh yes.
And
The bottom
then
path.
his if you do top path, I didn't really know this until fairly recently, but top path, his highest tier, it gets shimmer by default, and he
Oh,
can see camo. So if you're planning on using him really late game, you can do the fire, which throws something onto the path, and it is a passive damaging of fire, which you can realistically get on any path that you do because it's only two in. So that's always good. He can see camo for just two at the bottom. And then the top route you mostly do if you want to do a lot of like piercing damage, which isn't that bad when you have a lot of strong towers.
mm-hmm. Oh, and the Phoenix. That's another thing. I like the Phoenix.
True.
I love the Phoenix.
His highest form towards Phoenix middle route. The final one has a
Oh,
Phoenix
he
just passive.
churns.
Yeah, the Phoenix
Yeah.
is there passively. It's permanently there now. It's no longer an ability because your ability now becomes you burn up
You turn
and
into a path.
you merge with the Phoenix. And that thing
Yeah.
shoots like meteors and stuff. It's just
Mm.
nothing wrong with the wizard.
Okay, Javi.
Wizard's really good. I can't disagree.
I hate you.
What? I'm agreeing with you. It's really good.
You're agreeing with us poorly.
Yeah, I think bottom pass is still one of my favorite monkeys of all because that thing also just kills a ton.
But it doesn't look as
It's
cool.
probably he's definitely one of my favorites.
He
Not to mention Necromancer.
what's his name? That guy from He-Man. What's the name of the villain? Like
Skeletor.
the
Grayskull or something?
It's Skeletor, you mean?
Skeletor,
I
that
was gonna say
guy. It
Skeletor. Yeah.
reminds me of Skeletor just sitting on like a boombox throne.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, I always like the mechanic of like resurrecting balloons. Not to mention he hits every balloon type
Mm.
really good in the utility stance, and not to mention he just the DDTs just die against his like the blimps.
Wait a minute. How do you resurrect a balloon? I want wait.
They're
You
alive.
just
No,
yeah.
they're made of rubber.
No,
That's
the
why they're
balloons are
invading.
alive. The balloons are
That's why.
alive.
Yeah, that's why they
Monkey lore.
invade.
Yeah,
Huh. Wait, how do you shoot them with lightning if they're made of rubber?
because they're not making it out of rubber. They're made out of plutonium.
It's
The hell is blutanium? Okay, there's a lore that
you
I'm not
need to
aware
know
of.
your
There's a lore
freaking.
You
that
need to
I'm
know
not
your
aware
monkey
of.
lore. You need to know your monkey lore, my man.
And I think I'm good. Okay, Super Monkey.
Hey, I wasn't done.
You have more to talk about? It's Wizard
It's a
Monkey.
good
It's not.
tower. The end. What else do you have to say? We covered all the
Uh, I,
bases.
I really like Archmage. I think it's a fun new addition after it got sniped of flipping the Storm one, and I think Phoenix is kind of mid.
Okay, I
Yeah,
don't want to hear anything else from you. Okay,
yeah.
Super
You
Monkey.
you're better off quiet. Okay. Ah, eh.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like okay, Super Monkey's good, but I feel like
It's a bad
um
good.
it's over popularized. I forgot what the word is. I don't
Overrated.
know.
I was thinking the same thing.
Overrated. I feel like it's overrated. I mean, yeah,
I feel
it's
like it's
pretty
the right
good.
amount of
It's pretty
rated.
strong. Yeah,
Like
but it's also
Underrated.
so much money, especially when it goes towards the later tiers, especially like God, the
yeah.
Temple God, whatever.
I feel like
Middle
it's
middle path cyborg, that's pretty good. The crits, and then you have the bottom path, which is just Batman, which is like okay,
Batman.
yeah, and then you can place him anywhere by making him move. But like, I'm pretty sure that's on a cooldown, and you
Mm-hmm.
can only
It's
pick from two spaces if I
it's
remember. I don't know.
it's only like a 3 second cooldown.
Okay, so I feel like Super Monkey is the right amount of rated. Like I get what you're saying, as in like overrated, as in like oh it's a Super Monkey. Yeah, I feel like everyone in the community acknowledges that he is strong, but just too expensive for his price.
I would
I
agree.
think everyone understands. Like oh yeah, he's cool if you're willing to work with him because he's worth so much. Because originally when Super Monkey was made, originally he was like a joke monkey, as in like, haha, you think because he's worth so much, he'd be so good. Yeah, I think it still kind of follows through with his whole thing. I will add to the Batman one. I believe the highest tier. If you were to take damage, he just says no, because it quote unquote it sends them into a black hole or like the abyss of the darkness, and it just makes it so you won't take damage for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
no, it
yeah.
just consumes the balloons because he says he can. He's literally a
Yeah,
cheating monkey. That's it.
he can legit save you from like an entire bad. He can
Yeah,
take a
like
free hit.
yeah, he'll just eat it. It's
Oh
gone.
no, I do remember that. Yeah.
And
By the way, deja vu moment.
wow, the Sun Temple, I think it's overrated. I don't know, like that's a lot. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, it can go this far, this long. I'm like, are you really gonna play that long though? Really? Like that's just like unnecessary level of force and a lot to invest in because people spend most of their time filling up half the map with just banana farms to make up for the cash difference.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I agree with Blade said earlier. I think everyone knows he's good, but like he's too expensive. But the thing is, like, Like, let's be honest, you really don't need a super monkey at all. Like, there's so many other options in the game now that are just as strong as any of like the other tier monkeys. Obviously, tier fives super monkeys are really good, but they're expensive as all heck. Well, you can get probably
Ridiculous.
one that can carry you to tier 100, which is a simple tier 5 of an arm monkey for like a quarter of the price. I mean, yeah, obviously late game go with super monkey stuff because they are the best monkeys technically in the game by stat wise. And but yeah, obviously you have to do a bunch of farming, and that's its own whole other thing.
You know what? I just
But
remembered something. No, he can miss.
yeah, a lot of monkeys can.
No.
I feel like I see it more often with Super Monkey.
Yeah, like there's
Wait,
active footage that I have of him just whiffing like easily 30 darts. And he can throw really fast.
yeah. But anyway, I think he's good. It's just like I could
Okay.
really just do without him. There's so many other monkeys that I think are better.
Ninja
Okay.
monkey. I did my placement.
Ninja Monkey. Um, he's pretty good. You know, he has automatically camo detection. Place him down, and then upgrade him like a 1 or 2 tier, and you know he can cover for the beginning. Top path. Um, I think it's like Shinobi tactics, right?
Mm. I think it's
He
middle.
it just it's more attack speed. Is it middle?
Huh. I'm 90% sure
Javi,
it's middle. Because bottom's
Javi.
bomb.
Sorry. Which one's the question again?
Shinobi tactics. Top
Shin-
middle.
is
Yeah, middle path, third
Oh, yeah.
tier.
See?
Yeah,
I know my
Shinobi
monkey.
tactics. Upgrade your speed. Top half. I'm pretty sure it's just more ninja stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to 8.
Yeah, and then bottom path with the bombs, trickster. What? Stick. The Moab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he
Go ahead.
he's able to deal with crowds, and then has some Moab. Not I'm not gonna say Moab coverage, but like Moab support into bringing it down.
He has a fair amount of coverage, actually. That he sticks a sticky bomb onto a blimp. I think it's going down. Like, realistically, that should just be an OCO for a blimp. Um, I think,
Oh, and design wise, it look cool.
yeah, I think he's cool. I think he's pretty solid. It's just, I don't know. There's something about him where it's just, he's too well rounded where he feels almost default like, if that makes sense. Kind of like Piranha Plant in Smash Bros. He's meant to be
Yeah.
DLC, but he feels like he's always been a part of it. Kind of like the Banjo. When Banjo released, he's like, yeah, yeah, he's DLC, but it's just he didn't really stick out. It felt like he was always a part of it. I feel like the same kind of falls on the Ninja Monkey, where
Mm-hmm.
he's just kind of like is, if that makes
There.
sense. Yeah, like nothing really sticks out where it's like, oh, this is amazing. No, it's so well rounded and so much of a good piece. It is just bland almost. Like I understand, like he's cool, but like the top path, I mean, like he gets 8 shurikens. Okay, cool. He's throwing more. You get Shinobi tactics. Cool. Start playing the Naruto flute. Uh, and then he just becomes an Oni bomber. It's like, yeah, like you can stun. You can start stunning stuff, which is like a ninja. Yeah, just start doing
He's
smoke
so
bombs and everything.
versatile and well, not
Yeah,
yeah, it's so versatile. So
it becomes bland. Ironically, like he's good.
yeah, I know where you're coming from because I agree.
Yeah, like he's up there, but not too like barely up there, just because of how well he is. Like he's good to be up there, but he's just barely making it.
Mhm. Uh, I really like Ninja Monkey. I think, because what's it called? Just the ability, how cheap they are actually. Like especially the top path, like Blue Ninjutsu, I think it
Mm-hmm.
is honestly like just good enough to like carry you to like round 30 and all that. Not to mention we just put two. Like you can easily just spam those guys, and they honestly work really well. The only thing though, I know we're not allowed to still talk about our towers, even though I've pretty much broken that rule a little bit here and there. He's really, really good with the alchemist, and he's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite combos in the game. Bottom path, it's more. I think bottom path is a little bit situational as well, because simply it's just more like, all right, I have things I can easily clean up like every other balloon types. I just need to actually pop the Moabs. Then I go bottom path ninja, so he's also just good for that category. And middle path,
Hmm.
it's really it's good, but it's not like my favorite. Again, it's more of a cooldown thing, and it's like because the thing is the way
It's
I
more
play
spammy
is
too because it
yeah.
depends on how many ninja monkeys with the same ability are near it.
Not to mention another reason why I'm not the biggest fan of middle path is because usually I play on auto rounds, and the thing is like it's probably used best at the beginning of the round when all the Moabs spawn in. So if you like, since it automatically starts a round, you kind of have to like really pay attention and like notice like, okay, this is right when the round's about to end. Click it now. And if you mistime it, that sucks. But it's just like that's the only other thing that really bugs me about it. But anyway, I think Ninja Monkey's really cool and one of my favorites. Yeah.
Alchemist.
Hmm.
I did my placement.
Um,
I keep forgetting to say that before I read the next monkey.
no, it's fine. I think it's like you don't have to keep saying it each time because I think we already do it.
No, I know. I just like saying it to acknowledge that we're moving to the next one
Hmm.
instead of just saying the name.
Alchemist. Um, I've never used Alchemist
Really?
until
Teen Titans.
the Teen Titans, and his transformation's pretty cool. It does pop a lot.
Oh,
Um,
understand. There's supposed to be more to the transformation. We just never got around to it.
what do you mean?
Nah,
Apparently, he's meant to transform other alchemists, similar to the monkey fan club.
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying that. Yeah,
it doesn't have to be alchemist. It could be dart monkeys as well. Or I think it's just any monkey in general.
And the monkey that we didn't use apparently, because none of ours transformed.
No, it's tier 5 when he combines or transforms the other ones. Tier 4 just transforms himself.
No, we did play testing beforehand.
I could
Like,
be wrong though.
so that's what I'm saying. I don't remember it ever transforming another. Maybe I was wrong. But
I don't think we ever got to tier 5. The middle route was able just to boost monkeys. That's pretty cool. Help with something like engineer. I remember us doing that in the Teen Titans.
mm-hmm.
And then I'm a little unsure about the bottom path. I am going to need help with that.
Oh,
Bottom path is
There's
turn
like
lead to
gold.
gold. You get extra money for popping leads, and eventually, if you get rubber to gold, he'll throw an extra potion that can turn other balloons into golden balloons that gives you a bit of extra cash. And then there's balloon metal alchemist or balloon master alchemist or something
yeah.
along those lines, where he
That's
turns.
its own anime. That's its own anime adaptation.
Balloon metal alchemist.
Yeah,
Trying to
where he
bring
turns
his dead
anything
monkey
that
back to life.
yeah, where
Stop.
he turns anything that's not a bad balloon into a red balloon.
Yeah. So like the balloons turn into a one-shot balloon.
Hmm. Um, I'll probably
But
say he's like he's good for what he does because it just has to be close. So he's like I feel like it's more of a monkey you put at the beginning
Yeah.
of the track.
I don't know. I remember when the Alchemist first came out. I thought he was really cool. I remember always liking him, just because of the ability to turn things into gold. just because he made that little bit of extra cash. I never really used the brewer one to its full capacity. You're gonna get more detail on that when MJ brings it up. Don't worry. I do like. I've always liked the bottom two, like the middle and bottom route, just because the transformation one has always been pretty. You know, he shoot. It's a Yeti laser shooting monkey. You can't really say that's not cool looking. But I don't think I would have to put him that high up there just because a lot of things get by him, unfortunately. Like he doesn't have as much shredding to killing potential. It's mostly, hey, let me help you out in a different ways. Where it's I'll make your monkey stronger. I'll make your monkey stronger with lasers. Or hey, let me make you a bit of some side hustle money. So I can't really put him that high up there to be real.
He's at par with Boomerang.
No, not for me.
All right. Can I go then?
Yeah.
All right, he's definitely up there. Honestly, I really don't care about this middle or bottom path. I've barely ever used them. Top path is where it's at. Straight up, he
Okay,
turns
then what?
any.
What I say? What I say? You're gonna hear more about that when he talks about it.
Yep. Because
No,
straight up
but
top.
like if you hold on, if you say like, oh, he's the best up there, and then like, okay, completely discard the middle bottom path. That
Yeah,
doesn't mean it.
actually, that doesn't make him that good if you think about it. He's only 1/3 of good.
Nah, but still, that like top path, in my opinion, is one of the most broken paths like in this game.
Utility,
He's straight up
looks, and what was the other one we said?
Late game.
Yeah,
design. Yeah.
yeah, design,
No,
late
because
game,
top
utility. That's what we're basing it off of, and you're gonna be like, all the way there.
exactly because
He only
utility
fills
wise,
out
he
one
turns
category.
utility wise, he basically turns any other monkey into an absolute boss. Straight up, utility wise, he turns every other monkey in the game that can
That's not
shoot
utility. We're
into a
saying
raid.
utility as in like, what can he pop? Can he do lead? Can he do camo? Can he do that?
Bro,
Like
just literally him, Ninja Monkey, or any monkey that can learn camo just shreds anything. Legit, top path, like basically, like the only thing that he doesn't support is camo, and besides that, there's only 3 monkeys in the whole game that I don't think they'll learn camo. And besides that, attack speed up, range buff, the ability to pop lead, which is a lot of monkeys' downfalls because think about it, Ace can't pop lead unless you get like the pineapple to hit.
hang
Flippin', what's
on,
it called?
wait. He can never learn how to see camo.
No, that's the
That's
only bad thing about.
only bad thing.
But
No,
You
only you
disregarded the
said
first two. You're like, like path 2 and 3, garbage. I don't care for those. Top path, amazing. He
yeah,
needs
you
another monkey.
you're
What?
counting
because
You're
you're
if there's
counting.
any
contradicting yourself.
if there's any monkey like he's like on par with me as much as a support monkey as the monkey villages.
He's not a support. He's a magic.
Who cares? In
The
my eyes, he's as much
category.
as a yeah. The only reason
I
why he's magic is the other two exist. He's basically a support in my eyes.
Other.
Because he can basically turn every other monkey in the game into an absolute beast.
We literally covered everything, and we acknowledged he's kind of meh, and you're pushing it all aside on your category listing. You're the one that made these categories.
No, these are the categories made by the devs.
These are
If
the
anything,
categories you made.
I would say Glue Gunner, Alchemist, Ice Monkey all deserve to be in support, but they aren't during primary and magic.
No, what I mean is you said how we're gonna be rating these guys.
In my opinion, because yeah, if you want to specifically use them individually, that's fine. Because even then,
no,
he
but we're
pops
we're
lead with
rating
middle
them
and bottom.
We're rating
He
them for
pops
with
how
lead
they
middle and
are.
bottom path.
with all three in mind, not just one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're quite literally tunnel visioning to 1/3 of him and saying he's great.
And he is.
In that one, but in the other two, he's pretty bad,
No, and the other
which
two he's
brings him
fine, but it's just
down.
like
You
okay, I
completely
guess here's
discard them.
here's yeah. In my opinion, there's a difference between like a B and an SS plus tier.
He can't be both. Have you ever
Yeah,
been
exactly.
graded in like any kind of schooling? Oh, he
Hmm.
got two F's and one A. That means he must pass with an A. No, it means he's passing with a C. He's barely
Hmm.
passing,
Yeah.
if not
So
at
what
all.
if he can't read or write? He's like Albert Einstein and
My
everything else. He can define physics. He has the ability to not be stopped by walls because he apparently walls don't affect him. He's able to buff any monkey to pop lead and straight up everything else. Bottom path, sure, it's fine. Bottom path tier 5, heck, had like 3 billion pops like the one time I've used it in a late round. Middle path, it's kind of just eh. It's same thing. I have the same problem with Plasma Dark Monkey. But also,
Okay,
they do deal more damage to Moabs. I
then
can't.
it's not as high up as you think.
Yeah. For what it lacks in other categories, it soars in the top one.
Again, a good amount of this is what we think towards them, but we're just following under your category on how we
Yeah.
think, and then
If
you're just
if you
tunnel
want,
visioning.
fine. If you want me to go through the categories, Moabs, middle path. Moabs makes middle path. Unstable concussion makes Moabs explode. Gold to lead literally makes you extra cash and has good utility for the late game. And what's it called? What's the only thing is obviously camos. And even then you can probably get a hero that can solve that problem. But yeah, camos is because he's one of the 3 towers in the game that don't learn camo. And that's fine. It happens. It's worst case scenario you have to use another monkey. And then besides that, bottom path absolute shreds like everything else that's not a bad. It literally you'll lose a ton of money from it, but like instant red balloon, easy pop. Middle path. Really in my opinion. I never really cared for the middle path. And then top path straight up just makes monkeys that are like not the greatest into some of the best they can ever be. Not to mention all his designs are decent. I don't like the final design of middle path, but I do like fourth tier. I like all the tiers or designs of the top path. And even then, like bottom path, just like he has a nice suit and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're just gonna move on.
He's up there for sure.
A druid monkey though. Oh damn it! I did my placement. Druid monkey.
Um. Oh, sorry. No, I'm just thinking. And you see, the bottom path, pretty garbage because you have to lose life in order for it to be stronger,
Yeah,
right?
but there's way to trigger yourself to lose life. But
But that's involving of either
yeah, no, I get what you mean. Like outside source wars, yeah, but I mean,
middle path.
he can still
That's
be
the
swarmed. That's one of the benefits for the bottom path is to have like a pact, quote unquote. Like you're supposed to have a good amount in order to
yeah, because the
utilize.
bottom path is supposed to be like, oh, I'm turning into a wolf, and then there's a wolf pack, and then you're
Yeah,
supposed to have a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's like investing more money into that.
That's fair.
Middle path, druid, it can hit stuff.
I
Sorry.
think you're missing a bit more, but
No. I mean, like, it's able to place, like, it's able to spike up the whole road, and then it's just trap balloons. Yeah, and then top path. I kind of forgot about top path.
Top path is all the storm stuff. Basically, like Wizard Monkey's old like other path.
so like the
Yeah,
lightning, the chain
which, to be
hits.
fair, I don't really use that top path for wizard, but like
Yeah.
it's still pretty good. So
Okay,
that's my
so I feel like the Drew is pretty up there. Acknowledging, if not like all the way up there, fairly up there. Acknowledging the bottom path, yeah, you do have to take some lives, but I mean, they still shoot pretty fast. I understand the whole investment part. Okay, cool. You want to invest all that into multiple. just investing into the middle path, it's an additional perk. Okay, so I mind you, I know I'm saying with in addition to the farm right now, but just the ability alone, he in the middle route, he's able to turn off regen balloons, right? He just going 2 up for the lightning. That's chaining. That's easily any metallic are gone. So you don't even have to like go all the way in the top route. Just having the first two, that chain and everything, that's well good coverage. The grapple for the middle route in order to grab onto a balloon, it doesn't matter what level of balloon, it will snare it and it will hold it and it will just slowly bleed it dry. The
Mhm.
the high the second to highest tier, it gains an ability where it just gives you free money. That's
Yeah.
just literally all it does. And the more uh banana farms near it, the more it will give you. But on its own, it's still a fair amount. It's just another like passive income with more damage than anything. So it's a neat little perk. The road spikes, there is a monkey knowledge point that you blow up the road. So remember that spike factory that you were using that shoots out uh spikes all across the floor?
It does the same thing
It
where
doesn't.
it covers the whole field.
Yeah,
The tier 5, right?
yeah. It doesn't cover the whole. It covers the whole field, but now every like aside from the passive damage, it's an extra push of damage that might be needed as it just blows up everything. It's
Yeah.
another. It's weaker to the plain nuke, but it still helps clear the board of anything fairly weak. So if you're being rushed, it deals a lot. I don't remember full. I believe full top druid is just a lot of lightning, and then you get a lightning tornado, which can push things back. You get a lightning ball, which is just its own. It's just its own electrical shooter. If
It's
that
just
makes
a
sense.
Stormbringer, which is
Yeah,
basically just top half wizard.
old wizard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just trying to explain it properly. But yeah, I don't. I feel like if he's not all the way up there, he is fairly up there.
All right, what's it called?
I did
Druid?
my placement.
Yeah. I think bottom path. Honestly, bottom path is only good for like the one strategy I know it's commonly used, which is like just stacking 4 other druids with it. So to be honest, I never really had a huge interest in bottom paths. To me, it
Oh,
always seemed kind of
wait.
boring.
Question before you continue, Javi.
Mm.
Um, for chimps, would that affect druid
I
since you
don't.
only have 1 HP?
I think it does. I'm not 100% sure, but if anyways, it still like destroys in chimps. To my knowledge, that's how a lot of people actually beat chimps.
Mm-hmm.
Middle path is my personal favorite because nature. It's green. It's cool. Not to mention, it's a combination with the vine left on the ground and then like the ability to get rid of regrow. You basically don't have to worry about regrows ever again. Not to mention, it's just a constant spike on the field. Like they wrap up pops real quick. And then top path, I'm always scared of top paths for the sake of regrow farms, but they're still really good. And also, I think all his designs are really cool, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Last category, guys. 4 more.
Yeah.
And I had a fun
I I feel
Yeah.
like this is unanimous. Realistically, you just can't go wrong with Banana Farm.
It's very good.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's up there since it's costly, but like that could be said for anything. Like it's like going back
But
into
like,
that argument.
it makes its money back though. You know?
Yeah, it does make its money back.
My only drawback to it is just it takes forever, and you have to like now you have to manage between trying to get your farm up and living for a small period of time.
Yeah. Because okay, do I invest? And then you forget about your monkeys to
Yeah.
attack.
So I think
Yeah.
it's up there, just not like. Woo.
Yeah. If anything, I kind of wish the middle path was a bit stronger.
What, the bank?
Like, let's be honest, it's the weakest out of all of them, right?
It is the weakest.
Yeah.
That's simply it. I just kind of wish it was stronger.
No, I don't go to monkeys to play Wall Street. I go to monkeys to play monkeys.
I did
I need
know though. Or sorry, go ahead.
I need my money now, not later. And you owe money when you take money too. Like what?
True.
Like
I do know
Like
apparently in
I
boss
own
events.
you. I made you.
I know I don't think it's possible anymore because they like nerfed it, but apparently it used to be possible to get infinite money in boss events thanks to the bank. Like you were able to get infinite money
Quote
during loans and
unquote
stuff.
infinite money. If I remember
No,
correctly,
straight up. Or good.
if I remember correctly, what the strat you're talking about is just making enough banks to take enough loans to make
Hmm.
the highest tier to then just make the infinite money that you get out of it and then start reinvesting that into more banks or if
No, I don't
not
think it's that.
to the plant to the top one.
No, I don't think it's that, but there is like a strategy where it's straight up like you just keep selling and rebuying banks and like you can straight up make infinite money.
um you oh because when you got rid of it got rid of the debt or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. Like,
that makes sense.
but besides that very niche use, it's not the most useful. The only reason you would even consider it is because Benjamin gives an extra 12%, and even then it's weaker than the other ones.
Hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
but
But
Spike Factory though.
Spike Factory. Um
it has a fall from grace for me.
yeah, it's pretty okay. I mean, I know I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I was like, oh my god, it was so good. But
Really?
like, um I mean, it spawns spikes, but like when it comes to a Moab, I feel like it's overrun and auto spikes just dissipate depending on which route you go. Because I know the top route
Yeah, I was
with the
gonna say
spike
Wait,
balls.
like there's a route
all of them are
specifically
good.
to get rid of Moabs. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
all of them are good for Moabs, I feel like, though.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
route specifically to get rid of Moabs.
Yeah.
but I feel like all three are good for Moabs.
Honestly,
Spike Storm.
I
Yeah.
feel like you can never go wrong with a good old fashioned Spike Factory. Like, there's truly no wrong option. Just
Yeah,
because just
because
having it at the end, it stacks up. Having it at the beginning, it still deals constant passive damage. You have it in the middle, you'll have a good amount by the time they get to the middle. So it's never really a bad option. And for its price, it's pretty cheap.
isn't
Yeah.
it like 970?
It's pretty cheap.
I think it's like the third or fourth most expensive tire in the game, isn't it?
It's pretty cheap.
All right. Uh, honestly, because here's the thing, I really like Spike Factory a lot, but my it used to they just killed Permaspike, man. They murdered it.
Why? How bad is it now?
So basically, the way Permaspike, you know, like ceramics and how like it has like a ton of balloons inside of it.
Mm.
So they nerfed the pierce a little bit. So instead of it one-shotting ceramics each part, every time it pops a ceramic, it spawns former like green balloons. So now, thanks to that, like perma spikes, like get wiped out in like less than like it can barely take down like two Moabs now. Where before it was able to
Barely
one-shot
too much.
bats.
Like a single spike?
Like no, like the entire pile of Spike Factory.
Oh,
Mm,
a single
It's really
Moab.
bad now. The blue one, yeah. If not, I might be over exaggerating it, but it definitely is like it gets destroyed for sure now by two BFBs. But besides that, Top Hat is really expensive. It's like $140 or $140,000. And Middle Path, middle path lags your screen a lot.
Spike Storm.
Yeah, Spike Storm is really good, but it's lags your screen a ton, and then top path gets a bit expensive. But besides that, I think Spike Factory is a really good just backup tool. It's kind of like Sniper Monkey, where it's just like you kind of just put it back there, even though admittedly like it does give you an existential crisis where it's just like, oh god, I hope I have enough spikes. But besides that, it's still pretty good. But like
Mm-hmm.
Permaspike, which used to be one of my favorite towers in the entire game. Oh, the poor guy.
Yeah, I think the top one straight up explodes, which I mean, it's like, eh.
It does extra damage to ceramics too.
Oh, okay. Well, village how like the village.
Uh, well, you guys gotta go, right?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I need help talking with this one because like I don't really use Village
Okay,
because
really?
I
I
feel
remember
like
you grinded the darn thing.
You want me to
we
explain what all
I
three of the
grinded
paths
it
do
for
real
the
quick?
Teen Titans, but
Ah,
like
Yeah.
I feel like when I do think of it, I think of it after I place my towers, and I'm like, oh well, shoot, I can't put this anywhere where like it'll be helpful for my towers because they're so
well,
spread out.
to be fair, we did put it on the one weird cramped map. Okay, so
But I'm not talking about the one time for the
yeah,
Teen Titans. I'm talking about like in general when I'm playing.
okay, well,
Because I'm thinking of towers place and I'm thinking, okay, let me look at all the towers, and then I come down to village. I'm like, okay, my stuff is pretty spread out.
you know what I just thought
So like,
of? Technically speaking, wouldn't despite how good the banana factory is, it doesn't pop anything.
I mean, are we really
Like,
gonna complain about that though? We know what we're getting into
yes,
when we get a banana farm.
because we're judging them each individually and what they do,
Well, here, if you want to
right?
think about it,
Like,
Banana Factory gives you extra money to get the utility you need to pop every other balloon type.
that's not.
Because it's a support tower blade. It does its job of supporting.
Yeah, but at least every other support tower can actually, like, every tower can pop anything, or like every support tower can at least pop something. The banana
Alright, fine.
farm is the only
You
thing that
wanted
can't
to pop
pop a single
something?
thing.
village can pop.
Technically,
Village can
technically it
pop
can
the
pop if it
top
has
route.
the two engines thing, but yeah.
Uh,
But anyway, like I don't if there's any exception we should have to the rule, it's banana farm, let's be honest here.
It's the only exception, not if any. That is the only one because it can't pop.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like village is forgettable.
No,
Like
okay. So village, because you haven't played further into it. The top route of village, if I remember correctly, it can boost all your primary specifically even further. It makes them shoot faster just with the jungle drums. You can increase their range. You can. I think it's the. I believe it's the top path. Like no, the bottom route. Sorry, the bottom route makes it so that things are discounted. You can merge your banana farms into it, and
make extra for
it
more.
passively gives you a free dart monkey for every round.
Hmm.
If you do the full bottom round, if you do the full middle, you already know the middle one. It can support every tower into hitting anything. Once you
Mm-hmm.
go to monkey intelligence, and then it makes things shoot even faster with its ability.
All the arms and homeland defense.
Yes, and then the top one, all I can really remember is that it's able to shoot things and it looks like a medieval castle. That's all that comes to mind. I remember real.
Yeah. So honestly, Village is mainly more. It's more like it's more one of those fun towers for me because mainly
Mature.
I try to just I guess, but for me it's like normally for me whenever I play balloons I just normally try to just play for fun and then like choose like one random monkey. I'm like, yeah, we'll go with you for this round. And then if there's any time like I need camo detection, there's the village. There's if I ever if it's a primary monkey, then I go top path. If it's not a primary monkey, I go village plus alchemist, and then I'm usually good from there. Admittedly, I never used the bottom path, but middle path is good for just anything. You can pop everything, and everything gets like a 50% attack speed boost when you ever use the ability. So it's really good if you're going late game where you just want to focus on one specific tower and let it go ham, especially heroes. And then top path is more of like, you know what? I just want to make like every primary monkey stupidly broken for a bit and have it like cover like 25% of the map. Then I go top path. It's more like I go to village whenever I'm like, what do I need for this specific part, or what do I want to do for today?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Home Depot. I just go there like, all right, I'm buying this.
Let me DIY my monkey real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I did my placement.
Same. Yeah.
All right.
Glass
Engineer
tower.
monkey.
We technically have two
Deep
more
dive
after
on this.
this, but I mean,
Yeah. I mean, we should
engineer
at least save it
monkey.
verbally.
I like engineer monkey.
I would agree.
I like his turrets, especially when you get more, and then you place them faster, and then they become type. So like ice, fire, and then I think there's like a gray one,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just become like a turret master. Bottom path, of course, you have the balloon trap, which is pretty helpful. You make money out of it too. And then middle path, you
Oh, the
have
plum.
the plumber, or not the plumber, like
What?
The cleaning
Super
foam.
Mario?
not the plumber. I didn't mean plumber. It's like
The cleaning foam.
the cleaning foam, which helps with lead and like
No.
not camel,
Yes, camo.
camel. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
was gonna
camo
say
too.
yeah, lead and camel. Um, and he's able to supercharge another monkey too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
engineer's honestly just a more impressive all around monkey. Like, so even though he's in the support category, I guess I would honestly move him to primary. But like, even as support, like he does support, like he does great. He gets you money. I really like how it's like a Ghostbuster trap. It's very funny.
Mhm.
The suds never really my favorite, but it is like the overclock was never really my favorite, just because it's like, wow, he supercharges you, but I don't know. But I mean, support wise, it's great. The suds have like I always think it's cool because it reminds me of the old days for like Lego Batman, and I always imagine one of those like Robin costume changes. It reminds me of the vacuum one,
Mm-hmm.
and then the turrets. At least before, I wasn't a big fan, but ever since they made it so they can just spawn and not worry about like taking up space, they're great. You get like all different typings. You get a lot of coverage. It's great.
Yeah.
You pay for one, you get many.
I'm biased. I like this guy a lot.
You've been biased. This is still your setup, and you've been biased.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right. If you guys love getting me, but I really like Engineer Monkey. He was my favorite tower for like a lot of years. Mainly middle path. I don't really care about the cleaning foam. There's a lot of better options to deal with camo and LUTs than what he has. And but his balloon trap is so good. You choose a middle path where you get to choose a specific slot, and you just throw it at the spawn, and he can easily rack you up like $10,000, which can help you get more balloon or like farms and stuff like that.
Oh,
And not to mention
sorry,
once,
sorry. Can I butt in a little? He dual wields the nail guns for
Pew,
bottom
pew, pew,
round,
pew, 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 pew,
and
pew.
they actually pin down the balloon. That's very
Mm-hmm.
cool. I have to bring that up. Sorry, go.
yeah, I also like that feature of it. And like you just throw it, and it just you get so much cash out of it, and not to mention if you play it right and invest that cash into banana farms, once you get the extra trap, he can easily just make you like 40,000 by the end of the game. Not to mention, and he basically like one shots everything. Top hat is a lot of fun if because the thing is that's cool about the top hat. Any effect that you put on the engineer monkey itself affects all his turrets. So like overclock the engineer monkey, all his turrets get overclocked. You put an alchemist buff on the engineer monkey, all the turrets have the alchemist buff. He's just very fun, especially if you know like a bunch of buffs that can go with him.
Hmm.
Even though I will admit he does like your game with top path.
So you let him see
And I'm
camo. All the turrets can see cam.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and then also middle path. A middle path is obviously pretty expensive with 90,000, but it's good for when you're going like late rounds. I don't know, I really like him. And
Okay.
also all his designs are really cool.
So we have to at least mention what tier we would
Dartling,
throw these two in because we don't have an option for them, seeing how this is an old tier list that was made.
Yeah.
So this one we're gonna reveal ahead of time. Gatling gunner.
from or you guys go.
Oh, I'm gonna just straight up say it. I would have put it in and like I would put it in the second to top.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
In like the middle, like at the top or at the bottom of very good.
Oh,
How
probably say in the
middle of
middle.
very good would you put him?
I'll put in the middle of very good.
Blade.
Um, I don't know. Like I've never been a huge fan, but at the same time, he's kind of grown on me. I would put him on the highest part of good, if anything, lower, very good, just because I feel like there's better stuff. But at the same time, he's pretty cool, but it's like,
His
like
lasers, and then he has the tower.
yeah, one of them he just becomes an actual defensive tower where it shoots multiple. Another one he hits a whole
I
laser.
think I ever
Another one
used
he
that.
shoots rockets.
Yeah, the Hydra
And I
rockets.
think they
Yeah,
become a
Blitzcrank.
part of him. I maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. But I think he becomes
He becomes a
mechanical. Like he becomes
yeah,
a mecha suit, and there's like just
yeah,
rockets coming out of his arms. Like
yeah.
damage.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, no. It's just let me finish it up. Damage wise, I think he's good. I just don't like his design too much. But at the same time, it's pretty cool. So probably lower, very good. Final placement.
Uh, for me, he's probably at the very end of very good. Because to be honest, like I I know like the middle path is one that's really good for Moabs, and then it can actually see camo. But for me, I've always just was like laser path, like on the top. Honestly, I've probably the bottom path is probably the probably tied for heli pilot bottom path of like the monkey I've used the least amount in this game. But like top path has always been one of my favorites. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have any true bias, even though I know like apparently Dartling Gunner is like top three of the most popular towers from this game.
Yeah, like for whatever reason,
But I've
everyone
never really
likes
found the
him.
love for it. Yeah, legit. Apparently, Ninja Kiwi got called a ton because of it.
Well, yeah, if your favorite tower isn't there, and like, where is he? I want him. Like Balloon Shredder, no one's asking for Balloon Shredder.
I
no
want
one's
Balloon
asking for
Shredder.
Balloon
That's
Shredder.
like if you don't know what Balloon Shredder is, just it's these. It's like a lawn.
I thought Balloon Shredder was pretty
It's like
cool,
a
but
wood
like
Yeah,
chipper, but for balloons, and it was
it's
only in
it's understandable
5.
why it disappeared.
It was busted.
but yeah, it simply they just couldn't balance it, which sucks. But yeah, I really like Balloon Shipper though.
Balloon Shredder was pretty cool.
And then Beast Handler, which is the
Base
newest one.
Handler,
Yeah, the
top tier.
newest one to pour Beast Handler. I being
I need more
fully
work on.
conscious of how much I've played of them, and I don't
Mhm.
know like the true end result on how broken they are. I, I don't know. I feel like for me, probably the highest on good, and leave it at that. just because you're kind of required multiple in order to truly upgrade your pets. And then you have to
Mhm.
upgrade those individual ones to like really max them out. And I feel like that just kind of stacks up after a certain point, and it's just like I have 10 beast tamers, and realistically, I'm ending with like maybe 1 to 2 T Rex and a very strong bird. You know, like everything
Hmm.
keeps merging, and eventually your multi hitters are, you're kind of left to
But
one decent hitting.
that becomes really strong. And if you
Yeah,
have multiple semi good ones, it's really good because you merge them. So I would place it in like the towards the top of very good for me.
yeah. I feel
Maybe I would be thinking maybe bottom of top tier, but probably like yeah.
yeah, I would definitely want to play her more. Maybe because it's brand new to me, but it's still similar
Yeah, it's
argument
hard.
with the
We haven't
Super
played
Monkey.
much.
Yeah, it's still a similar argument to Super Monkey. If you're gonna invest all that for one big heavy hitter, you might as well go for something else
Yeah.
Hmm.
because you have to re-upgrade multiple times to get like a true heavy hitter.
Uh, I think they're good, but it's just like nothing stand outish so far. If anything, I want to say probably Darling Gunner is above them, but they'll be at the very end of very good.
Hmm.
Because it's just like I've used them since I actually have the tier fives, and yeah, they're decent. But it's just like nothing. I think the designs look cool, but it's just like the merging mechanic for me is just really like it's. I'm glad they did something unique, and I don't think I'll be like, yo, I must play Sound Beast Tamer. It's one of my favorites.
I think
I don't
they're
know.
pretty
It's
cool.
not. I think they just look cool, but it's just like they're not
And
my
they're also
favorite to
pretty
use.
versatile since it's air, ground, and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're
Even-
not my favorite to use. Sorry,
um.
like gameplay wise, they're not the funnest. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well that solidifies our tier list. If you've been listening to us in a very long car ride for whatever reason, and you want to see visually what we ended up on with our boards, check out the description. There should be a link to the community Discord. All you have to do is click the check mark agreeing to our terms, as in you'll just behave realistically. And then you can give yourself the role of tier list, and in there will be images of everyone who participated, images of everyone's tier list on what they ranked each one at.
And yeah.
Mhm.
All right, well, as for the live stream, or as for doing this live, thank you so much for joining. You too can also subscribe, like, and go to
Oh,
the
I thought
community
we
Discord.
were gonna
Well,
send and have our reactions.
oh, okay, cool. I guess we can do that. My bad. I guess I'm ending it too soon.
So go for it.
Yeah, yeah, send
Most
it.
3, 2, 1, like we did with the other one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Also, I don't know why
See,
tier list is in the squad, but okay.
Ready?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Three, two,
Oh wait, not that
one.
ready. Send it. What the hell? Running back.
Excuse me.
Why is
What?
MJ's entire very good list stretched out from left to right? And why is nothing in I'm
Yeah,
a joke?
yeah. Why is
I have nothing that like is down there that like
I okay? You
I
could
would
have
like
put
to.
tack shooter and bomb tower down there, and then
Yeah, but
move
Am I a
that
joke to
whole
you?
good into average, and then put some of very good into good, because
yeah,
you were not very into um ice tower
I
and
literally I was the one who
oh
argued
wait, yeah,
for
yeah,
Ice
yeah, yeah,
Tower.
yeah. Sorry. I mean sorry, the helicopter.
Yeah, I thought the hell like I said it's more. I only really go for the top pack, but I still think it's. I still like the helicopter more than good and the rest of the bottom ones.
I'm looking at top tier, and oh, wow, okay, that would be your top tier. Mackie, what? Well, you did drool over the helicopter. I guess that makes sense. Uh,
Dang, you put Ice Monkey all the way in Am I a Joke to You?
Yes, Ice Monkey is just
Ice Monkey's
bad.
very yeah.
So is Mortar.
You guys.
I just want to mention the plane being in very bad for Mackie.
I don't like the plane. Plane sucks.
But why the village?
I don't like Village. I feel like Village is forgettable, and then like
It's the
you,
one thing that makes or breaks a lot of challenges just because you get to see things you're not normally able to see. Like when you
yeah, but
need
like
camo, it's there.
I feel like this is a visual representation of skill levels. Like I'm a casual player. Like I'm a beginning casual player. Squirtle is like okay, I know a little bit about the game and I know what's good and not good. And then Javi is okay.
Grr, chimps.
Gur chimps.
That's not. It's just more like these are the ones I have the most fun with, and I'm like, okay, these
Most
are actually
fun
like I
with.
can.
My God, you named two
Most fun.
fun, and then the entire cast is almost there.
Well, yeah, the game itself is fun. A lot of
Is
using these
fun, and
powers
then
are fun
half
in
of the
general.
time we were talking about chimps, and then like
This is
I
how good
I
they are
mentioned
in
chimps
situations.
twice.
these were literally your categories. We
Yeah, I
followed
mentioned.
your we followed how you would be doing it to make sure they were all consistent.
Yeah, and then for
Why is
me,
Alchemist
these skills.
underneath Glue Gunner? You trashed Glue Gunner.
I loved. I literally argued for Glue Gunner. I
Okay.
mentioned like I mentioned why Bottom Patch was really good. I mentioned how literally Top Patch destroys round one
Unlike
through 99.
unlike the Pokemon one, I feel like Javi's can be is a little skewed.
The Pokemon
I think
Javi's Pokemon was worse. Literally, his top tier was stretched to 2 bases.
know what maybe yeah know what I don't think Javi
Okay,
knows how to
if you want
Because
to
his
all
see
tier
what we're
these,
list.
talking about, again,
all these
community,
are very
Discord,
good.
like, comment, subscribe. Most likely, either next Friday or the Friday after, we're going to do another tier list video. Till then, see you next time. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
So yeah. Or bye.
No, thank you.